AI Alchemy Hour starts now.
This what is dystopian? That looks very
Yes. We're going into the heavens. What's up, Mirko?
I have man, today was a rough day, man.
Was it?
Cloud crashers, Google Cloud came down and Hormozy's been hitting my feed like it's a holiday about school.
Really?
I have my thoughts on this. Like I could literally go to that. I did a comparison on the Genesis call. Not the
Yeah, I'm
Genesis
curious.
Pro
What
call.
was your takeaway?
Takeaway, it's okay, not for $99. All it does is community and courses.
Hmm.
But Alex has already taken the whole like it's gonna make you millions, and it's all it does is hold a course and give you a community. I mean, so will Facebook and a course creator software. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think he made that decision to invest
Because
all
of the
that?
info, because we are right now, and I actually did it on the newsletter today that I sent out. Right now, the infopreneur space is approaching close to $5 billion industry.
Insane.
And he's banking on the info, like he just wants a piece of the pie. And I'll give you I'll give you guys some like dirty secrets that I came about in being a little connected up to the high ups of high level. So about 2 years ago, during the height of COVID, he had a whole gym launch business, and obviously that took a massive crash because people stopped going to the gym. So he looked for other avenues to make money. So he created something called Alan. Alan was basically text messages and emails, and then like almost like an automated bot. So what was happening is he was working with high level, like, and then he's trying to do this on his own. And he went out there and tried to sell it, but he was selling it like for like chiropractors, dentists, and everything else for like $50,000 a year. And it was like insane. And all it did was text messages, emails, and like it was like, well, high level does it for $97 a month. You know what I'm saying? And then high
Interesting.
level like blew him out of the water. And then eventually Alan got sold, and then eventually Alan died. And then, so it's crazy. So he was trying to do that, and then the gyms came back and he jumped back in, and all that kind of came back to fruition. But he's always been really good at the advertising space. And now, from my understanding, he doesn't really invest in companies. What he does is he will basically you buy him to come into your company and be an owner kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So his whole like it's the most I've ever invested. It's probably the only money he's ever invested to get into it. But he wants a piece of I'm
Yeah,
dead serious. I
sure.
mean, that's my theory, right? And Sam Evans doesn't like to be in the front of the camera anymore. It's actually I've met him once, like 2 years ago, and that's at the stage with his long hair and not that the professional look anymore. And now he's very awkward. Like it's a weird conversation. Like I can talk to anybody, and I had a really hard time. I was sweating a little bit, but now I think he's Harmos is going to blow up school like it's like the thing, and it's not. It's like it's pretty interesting how they're going to do that.
Yeah. No, that is super interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering about it. I mean, do you feel like that bubble pops at any point?
Man, the infopreneur
Infopreneur?
space, I think everything's going to be around for a while. Look, I mean, like, I still have hopes and dreams that, like ClickFunnels was great at the time, man. Yeah, like, and it still is. It's still a decent software. I mean, it's got a lot of problems in 2.0. I mean, I'm not going to speak to it because I'm not in it as much. But I was in there for the first hot minute try, and I was like, oh, well, it's not for me right now. High levels booming like crazy. I think it's going to be evaluated by 1 billion by next year. It's already close to that now. I think school is decent. It's not bad. I mean, there's a couple features for anybody that's going to get blown into the whole Hormozy pitch. It's look, here's the hard facts. You have to host all your videos off platform. You have to pay a separate community. You have to create a separate community if you want to create different communities. So make believe, Luke, you have like 5 products and you want 5 different communities for the product. You pay for each community. So it's $99 per community. So you're looking at $500. Your guys are in Circle now. Circle gives you all of that, and you're paying one base price. So it's the money is already like in that aspect. Hosting elsewhere and not on there. So now you have to pay for Wistia, Vimeo, YouTube, or anything to host it. There's no way to do a group chat between members to offer that in the value stack. So you can't cross communicate. You're better off just staying in Facebook groups where you can create a quick group chat, and then you have your whole community in a quick chat, and it's free. Same thing with a paid Facebook group. I mean, if you want communities, stay on Facebook.
What do you think? And by the way, welcome everyone.
Welcome.
Call.
Sorry, I got heated on this because like I literally got hit with like 17 Hormozy videos today. So
no, it's good.
I'm hot on this right now.
No, this shit is good. What do you think? What is your like 30-second take on why high level came in and just dominated the entire space?
Um, because it's very focused. So high levels has, and again, this is an opinion, right? Everybody has them. Some people think there's other softwares that, HubSpot is really good software. There's a lot of really good softwares out there right now. The reason they're dominating and they're moving so quickly is because they have 100 developers. And if you ever listen to their I'm part of their API and developer community. Like they are like supercharged. Like their leader, Varun, I've met him. I've had dinner with him. He's an amazing guy, super smart, very humble. But he's like developers, developers, developers. I don't know if you guys ever saw that take somewhere, but that's how you make a software grow, is just really investing in your developers, and they invest really thoroughly in their developers. They have a voting area and their speed to execution is super high. They're a true software development team. When I was working for Capital One and I was an executive and had a development team, it was always a most valuable product. Actually, Rajuga, I've been telling you this forever. When I launch a funnel, I break everything. My funnels are ugly sometimes. The automations are sometimes broken, but I launch. You can't stop me from launching. Like immediately the product's out there and then I go back and I arrange. With them, the way they build software is a true MVP, which is like, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to give it like a skateboard kind of feel. They even call it building on a skateboard, which is like, I'm going to give the board and the wheels. It's going to be wobbly. It's going to be a little effed up, but hey, you're going to be on a skateboard and this thing is going to go. And they do that for every feature they launch. So right now they have a whole team developed to communities, but the communities is like not great. It's okay. But I gotta be honest, you put school next to communities, they look kind of very close. They're already getting a lot of features, and they have hosted video, they have a membership area, they have affiliates already connected to it. Like, so they have their eye on school, and they have a massive development team that can easily integrate and build these features out very quickly. And they not only have, and the way they've been doing it is they've been giving development teams for each feature. So you got a development team on the affiliate side, you got a development team on the funnel side, you got to develop. So it's all these features are having little bottles of little, like kind of little areas of whatever they are. And it's pretty amazing, man. So it's like, and they listen to their audience. They have an up board, like a board where you can vote things and the vote wins. It's never like, well, what we feel is going to work. No, if the vote has 400 and yours has 10, they're going to go to 400. You know what I'm saying? And they build it and then they announce it. They're launching anywhere from 200 to 500 features a week. In the landscape of software, man, it is stupid. Like I've never in my lifetime have seen anything that way. Even when I was working in corporate, I had about 15 developers in a small team, and we maybe released 2 to 3 features a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's just unheard of. So, and now school, he's making it big, but I don't know, man. It's just like, you can't do everything in school. You know what I'm saying? And like, but he'll sell it. He'll sell it. He's selling it already. Like
Yeah,
he's
he
already
is
got the
selling
school Olympics or the game or get
the
back to
school games or something.
school
Yeah.
games or whatever it is.
Get back to school.
Go back to school. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
No,
that's
no,
my thing right there.
no, no. What does a developer do? What's his role?
Oh man, that's so there's a project manager, there's a developer, and then there's like a team lead. So the way it works in larger corporations and in larger organizations that are coding at that level is everything has to be separated, but it still has to feed to the greater whole. And it's all run congruently. But the problem is when you're running code, one code here might break all the code here. So there's usually like a department like area where everything gets checked and then it gets released. So a developer is the person who's actually physically writing the code. Like that's a standard, like kind of it. And there's a multitude of developers that do a bunch of different things. Like I had 15 developers and each one did something different. It was crazy. And I maybe had 2 redundant developers, but it was it. And then we had like a whole QA team that goes in and breaks everything that you make. That's disheartening. You're like, yeah, I did it, like the next day. So, but it happens, but that's what it is. Like you go in, but they're using their audience to break the thing. So we're in beta and we're breaking things left and right. And then they're asking for our feedback. And there's like no reward. We're not getting paid for it. But because the community is so charged, like we'll do it. I will break it because we want that feature or we want this thing to roll out. And then the more often we break it, the better it is. Like I don't remember ever like ClickFunnels had a super awesome community, like super awesome. I loved it. I was in 2CCI. It was amazing. And then it just like, I don't remember. I think they had a couple feature requests, but it took forever to get a feature. I don't know if it's any different now, but it was cool. Like, I mean, it was just a really strong community. Now there's the community building. It's not as strong as ClickFunnels, like meaning it's not as like, I don't know, like there's a different kind of feel there. There it's more serious. There it's like, hey, we just want to fix your problem and make money, like kind of thing. There's not like if people come in there with like, oh, I was poor now and I drive this Lamborghini, dude, you get shamed in that channel. Like they're like, nobody cares about your Lambo. Go back to like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they're that kind of people. They just want the features. They want things to work, and and every now and again people will share something here and there. So it's just really interesting. But again, for any of you out there that are looking at schools, just please do your research. It's not going to solve world hunger. You know what I'm saying? Hormozy will claim that it will, and he's a great marketer, man. God, he's a great marketer. I literally 17 times today I counted. I have a little like thing on here. I counted 17 videos I got hit with today.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I think it'll be super interesting to watch that development. I think both of those are really interesting things in the space.
Yeah,
It's really
I
good to be
think
aware
like
of those.
out of all the softwares to now officially watch, those definitely got my radar. And I'm telling you, HubSpot's the next sleeper. I think HubSpot is it's very expensive, but for the big corporate players, I think HubSpot's gonna roll.
Typically. Cool. Well, thank you everyone for listening to our
Sorry,
podcast.
it was a rant. I am
And,
so sorry, folks. I just don't want anybody in here who's just like all of a sudden getting the Kool-Aid and like, I'm gonna put $100 and you're like blowing up whatever systems you guys have now. Just build your shit, like
Yeah.
you don't need to go there yet.
So let's start making some money. Let's start doing some money tasks.
Yeah,
Who
absolutely.
in here has some money tasks we can work on?
Well, Amy, I'm gonna pick on Amy a little bit, and I know that JoJo's also pretty heavily in like some of the things. So, Amy, you got this like electronic scooter thing. We were going pretty far. How far are we? Do you have a funnel up? So walk me through where you're kind of at.
So I got high level. I built out just like a little funnel, but when I set up my Amazon, I think I told you this. I set up my Amazon affiliate and I gave it to some like sent $20 out to everybody, sent them links, and they bought things. And then Amazon was like, "This isn't really on the website that you gave us, so we're not approving you." So this week I have it on my task to do a blog post, like you said, on that website, put some links up there and get people to buy through there. But that's where I am with that. I have the lead mag. I need to like proof it a little bit, but once I have those affiliate links, I can put the links in the lead magnet. And then I don't know. I don't have a domain or anything yet. So
Yeah, and something I don't know if you caught on. I did share it with like whatever Saturday call we have. For anybody here that needs like a big push on social media and everything else, I created the poor man's GTP like automatic online content generator where you put in one prompt and it automatically will spit out like Twitter, TikTok posts and everything else. So it's whatever this, what are we calling the does everybody here have access to all the Saturday stuff too, or was that a separate program altogether? Separate. But I will share it in here. At least I'll share the Zap and you guys can do what you want with it. Can I share my screen real quick, Luke?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because for Amy, this will be really cool for you. Again, take it with whatever you want, but I'll show you what I did. I call it just because I'm super lazy. And I don't want to spend time doing stuff sometimes. And that's obviously the worst lie ever because I am like the furthest. But anyway, and it's not a hard sell. You guys get it for free, like I said. But I think I went over this in a year. I did update it, but I'm going to walk you through what it is. And again, remember, you guys have great resources. I just please use the resources that are given to you, especially the ones that Luke and like all the copy prompts and everything else. But if you go into Zaps, and again, I'll put the link right in here. What I wanted to do is I wanted to put one word or one phrase, and I wanted to create from that one prompt blog ideas like Twitter posts, Facebook, Instagram, and I didn't want to go back and create all the things. So I literally created right here, and I'll share you what it is, and you guys can modify it any you want. So basically, I created a little spreadsheet. Again, this is super simple. Like I know it sounds like harder than what it is, but it's really not. And I'm not smart in any way. Like this was not hard to do. If I do content or poor man, I think it's called. I'll give you guys a copy of this. So basically the goal, and again, we're always going back to the pickleball thing. I put in a subject prompt in here, and then it immediately starts writing these without me doing anything else. And it even writes a blog post. So with this, and I'll share right now. So here, share. It's just to save you guys time and get you guys rocking and rolling. All right. So there is the Google Sheet that you're gonna need.
The poor, I love it says poor person.
Well, because I wanted to, I
Poor
couldn't say
Nuno gonna
man.
get
I was in a
canceled.
woman's group, and if I would have said man, I would have been like stoned to death. So I'm like, poor person. I was corrected. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me go in there and shift it. I have to be very politically correct. The poor person content generator, right? A lot of people here have Zapier, but basically what it is, and I'll walk you through this. And I'm actually, you know what? I gotta share this. Let me just share this out to you guys before I forget, because I'll start talking and then I'll forget. I don't even, and I hate when they do this. Hold on, I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on, create a template. There we go. And you can modify this, and I want to tell you where you're going to want to modify for anybody using Zapier. And if you guys haven't downloaded or haven't watched the YouTube video on how to create your audio bot, by all means, I'm telling you that alone is pretty bananas. But basically, the way it works is you come in here, you're going to edit the draft. You guys have it all, so just make sure you copy those things. They will come in here on the first one that's called subject. You will put in basically one like topic, whatever it is. Once it does that, it reads that one right here. And then once it reads that row, it starts a conversation with ChatGPT. The reason why I wanted to do it this way is because I can create a user that's very specific to the goal that I'm trying to reach, right? So if I wanted to write Facebook posts,
And
I
sorry,
make it,
no, this is the prompt, right? Create 3 Facebook
yeah,
posts.
I mean, but literally it is not at all developed. You can go bananas in here, and you can also, you have an agent piece in here that you can even make it bigger. I did it very simplistically because I was on a timer, and I didn't have like 4 hours to perfect the massive, beautiful things that you guys write all the time, but just to show them that it works. So you can come in here, you're like, create 3 Facebook posts, 200 to 500 words each, do this, do that, make it this, make it that, put that tone, you know, like again, all the magical sauce you want to throw in it. Then you can actually create an agent with additional instructions as far as that. Give it the tokens, let the temperature be a little loose so it gets a little creative. And then what it will do is it will find the next row and it will populate. Where is it? Oh, it will populate the next one with the actual Facebook posts. The goal is this thing just keeps pumping. You put one thing in and like, boom, here's the next one. Okay, here's the Instagram post. Here's the TikTok transcription. Here's the tweet, which I didn't even do that one, but here's the blog section. Playing guitar and doing all kinds of crap or whatever. And then you can even write marketing emails. The cool thing about this is once you have this down packed, you literally can just keep going. You could create one spreadsheet that's going to give you everything. And you could customize each agent based on what their task is. You're a Facebook expert. You're an Instagram social media influencer. You're this. So the goal was this. I also made this for the pickleball thing. If I come in here, the first one you notice is like how to perfect my swing in pickleball. I now have like a gazillion freaking posts ready to go rock and roll. So our gift to you guys, to just make sure that this is worthwhile. But the poor man's content generator. Cheers. So
No, this is awesome. This is
yeah.
awesome. Do you guys feel on the call that you'd be able to recreate this based on what he just said?
I also have a very old video. You thought I was going to leave you hanging, guys? We're a little bit behind.
I don't know.
Look,
Look at all
see,
these
oh
videos.
my
Look at all these.
haunting me. Coming. Oh
You
my
liked it,
God.
you
We're going to
liked
get everything in the kitchen sink. Carrier pigeons are going to start coming to my house talking about school. I love it though. I mean, honestly, you always have to appreciate like ridiculously good marketing, and like he's just got it down pat.
Yes.
It's a little older, but it's built the same way. So you guys you can watch it and then remember when Jasper was a thing? Oof, God, that company took a dive bomb. All right, it's in here somewhere. I'll grab it for you guys. I'm gonna put in the link. But again, everything that I've been telling you guys is the way that is reality, right? So let me kind of give you on top of this, like, well, let me get you this first. But what I want to make sure you do is I want to make sure that when you guys are looking at everything that we've been talking about, I'm actually going to take you into my world a little bit. So I don't know if you guys know, but remember I did mention that I worked for corporate for such a long time and I was under like ridiculous NDAs. I couldn't post publicly. I couldn't have an Instagram, a Facebook, and everything else. That is legitimately not a lie. So I've only really truly been online for the last 2 years. I only created my YouTube channel in the last like year. And I've only been able to really create a mailing list that can go out there in the last like couple months. So I've been slowly trying to catch up and putting
Wait,
myself on an island. What was that?
sorry, I have a really random question. See,
I can't wait for
do you
this.
still have the NDA that prohibited that?
No, it got released of June of like last year.
No, but do you still have like the copy of the
Oh,
actual
no. That's all electronic and signed by, but it was like, you cannot, well, I'll tell you a funny story. When I was like, when I was,
yeah, the copywriter in me is like, damn, I need screenshots. I need
No, I'll
drama,
tell you what,
baby.
though, when we were in, when I was in, well, I love, like, I was in the ClickFunnels community. I posted one affiliate link on a LinkedIn post by mistake. It wasn't even like, hey guys, I'm at this event. You guys got to check this out. That's it. That's it. And I had a link to the event, and I apparently it was an affiliate link that I probably grabbed from somebody, and I didn't even take mind. I had like literally within 2 minutes, I had 3 calls. One from HR, like, what are you doing? Who is this? Are they affiliated with Capital One? And why would you? I'm like, I'm at events. I just posted the event title. She's like, no. There's a payment link in there. You can't do this. I'm like, okay. 2 minutes later, my boss called me. It's like, hey, I heard there's something going on and you're at an event and you're trying to sponsor it. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to do any of this. And then the third was like the regional VP going, do you know who you are? Blah, blah, blah. You can't post this. What if you leak something about Capital? I'm like, holy crap. I had
That's
to
so
like literally
wild.
3 minutes. I had like 4 threatening calls of like, cease and desist of like one stupid affiliate link. So that was it. That happened like 7 years ago. And it was like terrifying. I thought I was going to lose my job. It was like no joke. But with that being said, I just want to make sure that you guys see this in full action. So again, starting from zero, absolutely true, no bullshit story, starting from zero. I had to build a presence, right? So I chose a channel of YouTube. I'm better on video. I suck at writing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing a little bit of blogging, but we weren't seeing a lot of traction in there. I just found my home to be video. Everybody's going to be different, right? So I had to create a couple lead magnets. I now have like 4. All right. Some of which that are just kicking ass right now inside of the high level space. So everything that I've been telling you guys has been for complete scratch. So if I go to, if I can find this for fuck's sakes, lead magnets right here. Here's a high level checklist. And how I found out that people wanted a high level checklist was because it was just a demand in the market. 47 opt-in rate on a completely cold traffic that we are paying. Our ads are like about $2 a lead I'm paying. So it's obviously pretty hot and we're rolling with it. And we also have a free course. That one I think is doing a little bit less, but I could be wrong. Yeah, a little bit less, and it's going in. And again, this is from absolute zero. We're pretty happy with it. And honestly, we looked at the ads once, modified them once, and they're still going. We haven't had the time to go back and do it. So that started the list. Then, as I mentioned before, we created an info product to actually sell to these people, and that's now converting with no other ads. I'm not running ads to my actual course. I'm running strictly from, like, they're just getting targeted with emails, with text messages, and everything else. And then just recently, what I've been telling you where all the secret money is over the next year, where I tell you where is the secret pocket of money? Does everybody remember where the secret pocket of money is? Come on. It's like quiz. We've been like preaching this forever. Where's the secret pocket of money? Rodrigo, go, Jojo, come on.
Go high level.
Nah, but where's the secret pocket
Pickleball.
of money that the Illuminati and everybody else is
Pickleball.
hiding from you? Where is it? Come on, I swear to God, this is tea. This is not anything. Like, where is the secret pocket of money? Come on, you guys have been listening to me like talk about this shit for like the last like 4 months. Where is the pocket of money? You guys all failed the only test available.
Wow.
All right. The secret pocket of money is in newsletters, man. Newsletters are making a comeback. They are the new source of truth for loyal customers. And if you are managing and deleting all your unsubscribes and all that other stuff, I've already had, and no kidding, because Alex Hermosi was trying to screw me today. I screwed him back, sort of, not really. I already sold 4 affiliate schools because they sent a newsletter with the school link on there, the affiliate link. Just to prove a fucking point. Like, but the point of it is, it's all in the newsletters, guys. Like, so again, lead magnet, like we've been telling you to do, get a lead magnet out as fast as humanly possible. Then from there, cultivate your audience, get them going. Automated like we made a course to sell to the people that are hungry, want more. And now we've been sending out a newsletter that is going out every week that is selling products and selling us and our services. I'll pull this up. And again, I'm a horrible writer, all ChatGPT based, all for my audio bot, by the way. All for my audio bot. My audio bot writes all this shit and I just got to put it together.
I told you, but you need to use, what is it, Grammarly on that, because it's written terribly. The sentences are too long.
That's
honestly,
what I want you to say to me, because you know how many people have wrote back to me and
terrible.
I'm like, it is. I am so sorry. Like, tell me about what problem. Why are you reading my newsletter? Who are you? I know all your tricks. So we've made quite a bit of money, and literally our latest one that we sent out today was school. We got 4 affiliate clicks. It was amazing. I literally laughed myself to death on that one, but yeah. So, and the newsletter. So guys, this is working. Our list now from 0 is at 2,338 people. I counted today. Our YouTube channel is at 4,600 and like whatever. We're gonna break 5,000, hopefully 10,000 by the end of the year. Like again, it's not big numbers, but we've made quite a bit. And I think I told you guys, I hit that little weird bubble of all these people panicking. This is why I've been working 100 hours and probably why I'm a little delirious right now. I literally worked close to like maybe 300-hour weeks in the last like 3 weeks fixing email shit. Where literally it was like people was like, hey, I need to get my email fixed. No problem. $497 right now. And literally selling like that, like an animal. I made a ridiculous amount of money. And I actually showed everybody on the call how to do this. So
yeah. No, I'm sorry. Just a question. About this new thing on Gmail you're talking about, right?
Yep.
On high level, I don't have this kind of problem. I mean, all the configurations were set and my emails are just going normal. Am I wrong? Because I'm getting the same numbers.
Yeah. Well, you're not you might not be a mass sender yet. It's when you hit 5,000. That's when the regulations really hit.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
I'm
like
1,500.
5,000. Yeah,
okay.
you're good now. The only thing you have to check is you have to just make sure you have your DKIM, your SPF, and your DMARC, which you should have if you watched my early on beginning of the year video. I predicted this shit was going to happen a year ago. So
I watched your YouTube video when I was setting up the DNS and all the configurations and all this. Took me 15 days to get it already, but
yeah, hey, but at least you're like I would say a good majority. We've been fixing a lot of fires because nobody did what we told them to do.
okay.
Well, it's good for me because I'm making money every time they call me. So I'm like, all right, yeah, call me. You know, it's all
right.
broken. Did you not watch my video? No, okay, well, we'll fix it for you. You know what I'm saying? So, but there was a nice little pocket of money of just riding the trend. So, but I want to make sure that like this is not crap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this does work. I mean, we're not trying to give you something that not. I mean, even Luke told you he created that awesome like video with the lemonade thing in the cartoon, and it's like producing. Like we're trying to tell you that like you just got to do like for everybody that's kind of new. There's some of you guys are pretty advanced. You know what you're doing. I mean, just take a little action. It's not too late to start something new. I got to tell you, HubSpot keeps reaching out to me and they're like, hey, we're watching you. We know who you are. You want to like become a HubSpot guy. And I'm like, well, what's in it for me kind of thing. I've never had those conversations before. I mean, this is coming after a year. So that's pretty freaking exciting. You know what I'm saying? So, but all that will come about. You know what I'm saying? But I just do the stuff we're trying to tell you to do. It doesn't matter what it is, but you guys will and it could be anything. The one thing that even Alex said, and I have to agree, and here's where it's funny about the pitch. We're marketers, we're all probably prone to it, but I'm still a sucker for good marketing pitch. He goes, you can make $10,000 a month, 100% right. Sell a course, get a recurring membership, get a few members that equal $10,000. You make $10,000 a month. But guess what? You can do that with a free Facebook group that goes into a paid group and you're ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing that we haven't told you. Again, with this pickleball thing, as the pickleball empire, it's like we're trying to get a character made. We're trying to get an affiliate. We're trying to do it all AI. And obviously Luke and I get a little bombarded and like we get sidetracked because of all the crazy things that happen. But it's the same concept. And if you're actually in the thing and you like the thing that you're doing, it is like a recipe for like awesomeness. Like I love this stuff that we're doing right now. Like I love my job. I wake up, who can I help? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel every day, and like it feels good. So it's got a lot of like juice with that because it makes me motivated and want to make content and everything else. And right now I'm loving like high level. Will I love it for the next 4 years? Who knows? But right now it is definitely like I love it. It's awesome. The team is great. Like all this stuff is good. So I'm gonna promote it until I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not tying myself down. To tell you the truth, in the kind of like the other call, I was saying, look, it's not saying that I won't use school just to use it. Because guess what? There's going to be now an influx of people that need people to know how to do school. Like, how do I do all this? Oh, I know how. I mean, it's honestly, if you know how to work a high level click funnels, you'll be like a killer at school. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not hard. It's like upload a comment, make a community. Like it's all stuff that you've done already in like 3 different softwares. And become an affiliate, just like I did. 4 days, made $400 today. I'm very excited about that.
There's a couple other things too that I think would be cool, or that are cool to keep in mind. So one thing, Nuno, that you said is speed. Like speed kills, it still kills. Things are so much faster now with AI. So the speed component is just huge, right? You could be able to put these things up. What he said about the MVP, put something out there, right? Most of this stuff is about, I genuinely believe that the people who thrive in this day and age are the people who've cleared out all of their own human limitations, right? Because it's the human limitation and the ego that makes you procrastinate, not put something out. What if people don't like it? What if it doesn't work, et cetera? All the tools and the capabilities, it's never been simpler to knock these things out. That's one. The other one too that really was impressed on me from the AI ad is you also want to be looking for opportunities to do things that were not possible before, right? These are like these little like AI sort of like honeypots, right? They're not going to be around forever because now everyone's going to make AI animation ads or AI ads. People are already doing it. It'll become saturated. But for a moment in time, and I still believe that right now, you can put that out there and it's going to catch people's attention simply because it's different. So paying attention to those 2 things. How can I automate processes that I'm doing and do it faster because speed will win? 2, how can I do things that haven't been done before, right? Like the novelty of a chatbot that does some sort of XYZ task can get you a lot of attention in a short amount of time. Same with the animation ads. So you want to train yourself to be aware of what are those different opportunities. If you have a business, you plug those into your business. It's amazing, right? If you're a freelancer, adding those services, figuring out how to do these things, because most of the time it's pretty easy. It's not that hard to do, right? Making these little chat bots or custom GPTs, it's not that hard to do. Nuno has 1 million channels on his YouTube. We have these things every week. We got every call, like all the resources are available. So I think it's a good mental model to keep in your mind, right? So how can you automate the processes that you're already doing faster? And then what are the new opportunities that don't exist, right? What are the new things that you can sort of step into?
Well, and actually, I just noticed something. Dan, are you on right now? I hope he's on.
Dude, I'm just lurking back here. Leave me alone.
So funny story. I was on his newsletter for the longest time. I bought his courses when we were in ClickFunnels. Wow. I learned from him some of the early automations. He was a king and still probably is in ClickFunnels. So oddly enough, man. So look at that. I was like, wait a second, I know that name. Ninja.
I'm an old king now, that's all. So
no, man. I mean, look, it's still golden. That knowledge doesn't go away. That's awesome. So how funny is that? That was one of the first.
Yeah. So when you were talking about ClickFunnels before, I was just keeping my mouth shut because I didn't want to come over there and open up a can of whoop ass on yours.
Well, I got nothing to say, man. I just didn't like it where it is now. I didn't never said anything bad about it, but
yeah, I know. It's the whole 2.0 is definitely, we'll just use the term growing pains for them without a doubt. And I mean, physically, I think there was a lot of pain involved with that whole thing. And, but they've definitely turned the corner on it in the last 6 months. Awesome. But you are right about some of the stuff that I've seen, more of the periphery stuff with high level is things that, I mean, I don't even think it's on the drawing board for ClickFunnels in many ways. There was something, I don't know if you guys saw, I just happened to see an ad. I don't know anything about Billy Jean. You know, Billy Jean is marketing, that guy. Of course, is now Billy Jean is AI and XR marketing or something. He changed his name.
Yeah, he changed his whole name. Yeah.
Yeah. So I happened to see an ad on that, watching an AI video the other day. And I was like, you know, I don't know anything about Billy Jean and never paid any attention to him. I said, I'll click on it. It's $100 to buy his course. And I was like, well, what the heck? I mean, you know, this guy's supposed to be the greatest. So yeah, I got some good ideas out of his course, AI stuff. But what is the purpose of his course? To be an affiliate for high level. He's selling high level. I was just like, oh my God, I just bought a course where he's going to pitch me high level for 10 weeks.
Sorry, Dan. Yeah, coming at you.
But he also has some good stuff in there too. So it didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, what's funny is that Billy Jean was in ClickFunnels for a very long time, really early onset, and he was always a big supporter and everything else. I mean, Frank Kern, all these guys, these marketers will go where they believe it's hot and where it's going to take off. What became more lucrative for all these big marketers was the fact that you can white label.
Yeah.
But then what's funny is they all try to white label. They failed miserably. Screw that. We'll just be affiliates. So that's literally the game they play. It was absolutely amazing because what everybody doesn't understand, once you white label, you own all the support.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but for $97 on the basic program, man, the fact that you get the courses, the funnels, the websites, the text, the email, the AI, the content AI and all that. And now you even have IVR capabilities for phones. I mean, it's just stupid. Some of the things you got communities now, they're developing communities, they have affiliate systems already all rolled in, and everything is like slowly coming on board. So it's just like the feature rich thing that they're doing is what it is, but they're also playing the game that all marketing softwares are trying to do now. Kajabi, you know, ClickFunnels has got 2.0, which is going to have workflows. It has all these e-commerce store abilities and all that other stuff. Then you also have at the same time, you know, like, again, this is why school, I'm a little scared for school. I get it, but you're offering two things, communities and courses. Fantastic. For $99, that $97 already beat you like tenfold with high level. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make financial sense. It will, because everybody's like, I'm going to make $10,000 a month now because I got school, because, you know, Harmosi's going to like sell that big pizza pie. And I'm serious. I'm going to get them. I wanted, so I don't know if you guys ever see my partner, Andy. Today we were on the phone and we're seriously going to do this. I think we're going to dress up as he's going to be fat Hermosi and I'm going to be skinny Hermosi, and we're just going to dress like him and do like a full skit on that, just to like go to school, but like we're going to make it all about high level. We're going to see how that rolls and making an ad, but it'll be funny because it'll go on the trend. But all kidding aside, like Kajabi's going there, high level's already there. HubSpot is definitely going there. I literally had a conversation with that guy today. So all these are becoming all in one, but that is the future of software. Software is going to be all who does the most well wins. And that's scary, but learning software is going to give us all careers, because if you guys are all learning a software here, because you've learned one software already, it gives you the ability of learning software at a different pace. I would say 85% of the community will not be able to do that. So there is so many teaching info product things that you can develop just on learning your skills of all the stuff you guys are learning here. Whether it's AI based, ClickFunnels, this doesn't matter. People are going to have a need, because nobody's going to be able to get a software with 300 features and you're going to sit there, oh, I got it. First day. It's so intuitive. I know how to work every single feature in here. I'm like, are you guys on crack? Like, you got to like try like forms first and pipelines. That's the way we teach it now. But that's the mentality, you know? And again, everybody's selling like, oh, you can build your own SaaS and everything will be golden and beautiful. No, it will not. You get 10 people calling you at like 10 o'clock at night, like, hey, my website's down. I'm like, I don't know. Like, are you serious? I got to solve that, not high level. You're not playing a different game. So everybody's just like, everything is nice until it's not. But to run what you're trying to run, make a little bit of money, it's pretty awesome. So, but that's all to say is just like, watch the marketing play that he will make. It's already ingenious. School games, are you kidding me? Damn it. That's good shit right there. Like, somebody is going to buy that and like eat it up for like days, like months. He's going to be ruling this thing like crazy. He has to get one more celebrity affiliate, and they're already all there. I got 17 affiliates today that oh, school, yay. I'm like, okay, great. You know, so here he goes. So, I mean, but that's what it is. I'm just going to be seeing how long it's going to last, because High Level told me today, I was on the phone with Robin, well, not on the phone, on the Slack message with Robin, who's one of the owners. And he's like, yeah, we're going to meet him up in like 10 days. Awesome. He's like, we already got this, we already got that rolling out. We're gonna put this in there, and it's gonna do like 3 times the stuff that theirs do. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, it's gonna happen these little insights. I feel like I'm like important, but I'm not.
Well, and just to let you know, ClickFunnels has all the same stuff with the community and all that. It's all built in already. Is just the biggest part is it's still, we'll call it in beta at this point. It's probably more like alpha. And so people like myself and others, I'm actually an ambassador for ClickFunnels. So ambassador means nice title, no pay. And so we have access to people that others wouldn't. We have access to developers. We have access. One of my business partners is Susan Leonardson, and she does the Funnel Hacker TV with Ben Moot a couple times a week. She works at ClickFunnels, the whole thing. And we still have trouble getting information and figuring out how to get shit to work and how to do this and that. So back to your thing are there people who are going to need help no matter what software platform you're talking about? The answer is without a doubt, yes. With ClickFunnels, they have their $10,000 FBC program, Funnel Builder Certification Program. And those calls have people on there all day long. But that is the only place that I know of inside of ClickFunnels where you can actually get one-on-one help with somebody to share your screen and talk to them. And it costs $10,000 to get into that program. Or you can go to 2CCX and then it's 25 grand a year. I used to be an instructor for them as well. And so, yeah, people will pay you money to fix their problems, period. And they're all going to have problems. Like you said, you're getting $500 just to put in people's damn DKIM keys for them.
Free records. It's been amazing.
You know, it's
I think my tally's like 55K this the last 2 months.
But I will tell you a little bit of something I heard from somebody who normally would have pretty good information on this. He was on a call with Google, and Google said flat out they're not going to start enforcing this until June.
Oh wow.
So they scared the hell out of everybody now, but they're not going to enforce it until June. So don't let anybody know that outside of this call, of course, because it may affect your income. So
well, I won't say nothing if you all won't.
Yeah.
Nuno says it's
treating me
just
well
free
right now.
records. Like it's the easiest thing in the world. For him, it is. I only did that once in my life. It was a pain in the ass that took me like 15 days to get it all sorted out. And no, it's just, you know, I get it. It's once you do that, it's easy. Okay, yeah, I could do that in 15 minutes now. Okay. But the first time you go through all that, it's terrible.
But believe it or not, like this is what I'm trying to tell you guys, and Dan actually is bringing a good point. Like the majority of the population won't go to that first time because they're so scared that they're gonna break, fixed, broke, whatever. Literally, like the guy, it was like on a Friday morning, and I was just like tired. I was like I said, it's been a long, crazy work. And I think it happened like 2 months ago where the guy's like, look, I just really need some help. Can you just put in these records for me? I'm like, oh, yeah, like I got like I want to build big project and everything. I'm like, all right, yeah, 497. The guy's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm like, okay. 30 minutes. I was done. I was like, congratulations, you're fully certified. Like, you're fully compliant. And it was like adding 3 records and checking their mail gun. I mean, I'm helping him out, and I know it's right. And all of a sudden it was just weird. But he literally could. I know this guy. He's very smart. And I just looked at him. I'm like, here's the video on how to do it. Go to YouTube. Here's the answer. And he's like, no, could you just do it for me? I'm like, oh, okay, sure. I'll take your money for 30 minutes of my time. Like, and it was silly. Like because I didn't want to do it. Like not that it was going to take me long, but just something to think about, guys. Like I'm just trying to tell you that there's just a very easy path in whatever you guys choose. And all this stuff you've learned, even custom GTPs, how easy is it to set up a custom GTP? Anyone, everybody here has done it right now, hopefully, right? Please don't break my heart and tell me you haven't. Literally, I think I'll cry a little bit. Like literally, we've been like pounding this on you guys for the last like 20, like, wow, how many times like this has been a while. If it literally went on, I'm telling you, just make a post and you have a little bit of a group and you just say, hey, I'm creating custom GGPs for anybody that wants it. I can guarantee you're going to roll in some business. If you have it in the right 100%. Crew and you're just doing that, I dropped and because I was like, I was going to prove it again. I always like to try to prove points to make sure I'm not crazy. I literally dropped, hey guys, I have 3 slots open to fix email records. Who wants it? It was like 15 requests. It was so stupid. And these are people that are in groups that I've taught, that I've given free stuff on, and 3 speeches in, and people were like, yes, we'll do it right now. So I just don't want you guys to hold back. Like all the stuff you guys have been learning, other people do not know this. And remember, even when it comes to ChatGPT, you're only talking about, well, what's the number now, Luke? I think isn't it like 5.8% are only using ChatGPT? Like
I think it's higher, but who have tried it before, but the rate of people who regularly use it is low. Let me see.
And that's not even using it at the level you guys know how to use it now. Valid prompts,
Right.
creating custom GTPs, being able to like send people to your custom GTPs, like instructions on this like poor man's bot that I just gave you guys. I it's silly, but I mean,
Yeah,
trust me,
that's solid.
That saves you like a ridiculous amount of time. I mean, obviously you can go in there and you can cream it up a little bit and just make it really, really nice. So it gives you really, really strong quality content. But man, holy crap. You know, you can give that to somebody. Hey, I'll generate your content just by putting in this word. Do me a favor, put in 5 subjects on this like thing, and it's going to pop out, and you could charge them whatever. They don't have to see the other sheet. Just give them access to the first sheet so they can do the first thing, put in whatever subjects they want. And hey, what do you guys think of this content? I'll make that for you in the next day or so. You'll have it in like 10 seconds.
No, let's say you had a pupil, like a blank slate, a student, and you wanted to train them up to be as good at high level as they possibly could within, no offense, Dan, we're going high level, but but you wanted to make them as proficient, as advanced and high level as they could be in like 2 weeks to a month. Let's say a month. What's the protocol you're going to put them on? Where are you going to send them for information? What are the tasks that you're going to have them to give me like put down whatever tea you're drinking and give me the the Adderall tea and give me the step by step.
It might be spiked with Adderall. I'm not gonna I have to keep the ADD in check. No, all kidding aside, I'm actually developing a speech to go on stage, a pretty big stage. Because my big goal, just so everybody understands, is my goal is to move people and businesses forward. That is like my internal clock and motto. Like growing up, my dad was a failed entrepreneur. No matter what he tried, completely failed every single time. And he almost destroyed our whole entire life. I was so funny for the longest time. I will never be an entrepreneur, you know? And then I kept fighting that inner ambition to do that. And then my goal has been, even with all the information I say, I just don't want anybody stuck. Because in coaching now thousands upon thousands of people and like training thousands upon thousands of people, I can tell you that the biggest thing is fear of failure and fear of just like not moving forward. So one of my big speeches that I'm preparing right now, and actually this incredible speechwriter who's working with me, because it is a pretty big stage, wrote this out for me, and I got to share with you guys. It's like how my brain works when it comes to software, and even when I was in Capital One, and I got a lot of really weird, crazy things that I always had to solve. Hope I can find it, but I'll share with you guys. We're going to sneak peek at this. But basically is this. One, every software as of now is multi-part software. Does everybody understand what multi-part is? We just talked about it. It's never one feature anymore. It's very rare that you're going to get a software that doesn't have multiple parts to it. High level, ClickFunnels, Kajabi, HubSpot, WordPress, all these now are multi-level softwares. The approach of trying to learn everything at once is completely broken. It has to be fractional and one at a time. Exactly. It's a Salesforce model. That's a great model because that's where I used to have in Capital One. So the way you learn it is you learn it bits and chunks at a time, and you learn it in the order of importance, and the easiest starts with first. So you can get the easy concepts first and then make it so when you get to the hard, because you understand the easy, the hard becomes a little bit easier to understand, if that makes sense. So for instance, in high level, you learn it in the simplicity of it. You learn it with opportunities first, which is the pipeline. The reason you learn the pipeline is because it creates the path that your customer is going to follow. So it starts teaching your brain how to work with workflows later on. Meaning if a lead comes in, that's the first action. They fill out a form, they come from an ad, they buy a product, they're interested in a product, they click on a link, something happens that brings the lead into your system. Then what's the next step? Do you want to book a call? Do you want them to buy something? Do you need to nurture them? Whatever it is. So you build out the pipelines and you learn pipelines first. Secondly, you learn the things that activate the things inside the workflows. Forms, orders, payments, all those, and then kind of order surveys. Once you learn how to build them and what they're about, you do that. Then the following piece after that is learning how to like set like calendars and things that you need in order to run your business. And then come the funnels. Because then you got to put everything in something visual that you're like, oh, okay, well, my form goes here. Oh, well, my calendar goes here. My product goes there. Oh, this is how you sell the product. This is the words I need in there, and so forth and so on. And then the last piece is going to be the workflows, because the workflows, guess what? It's going to work off your forms. It's going to work off your funnels. It's going to work off your products. It's going to work off. This is all the automations that's going to make you and take you out of that. Every current software, ClickFunnels, High Level, Kajabi, all of them work in this way where they have some sort of like order in the way what you want to learn. Because the problem is that most people nowadays are trying to learn it all at once. That's problem number one. The order in which you learn things has to be, you have to break it apart. Number two is that you can no longer watch, then do. Because it's too much to learn at one point in time, and because there's so many different parts of the software, you can't learn like that anymore. It's got to be do while you're watching versus watch and do. Because if you're doing it and you're technically going through it, you're learning it and you're tactically learning it. And most people, 80% of the population or 90, whatever that number was, it was a pretty high number, are tactical learners, meaning you learn by putting your hands physically on whatever it is that you're trying to teach. Those two right there are the game changer for anybody learning. But guess what your brain does? I got this. I'm going to learn everything at once. You can't stop me. And we can't. And then what's going to be, well, I'll just watch the video first and I'll just get to it later. No, you won't. It's got to be those two things that you got to conquer first. And it takes a little bit of a mind shift to do that, because we didn't learn that way. How did your teacher teach you in school? Let's learn about algorithms for 4 hours. Oh, here's your homework at the end of the day for you to go practice it. You know what I'm saying? It was the same way that our bodies have been conditioned to learn. So you have to like you have to break that. And then the third thing is you got to break shit. The most and we did this with all the developers. The developers purposely, we put them in a room to break shit. Meaning you got to go in and you got to fail miserably. Your calendar's got to misfire. You got to send a text at 2 a.m. in the morning to 1,000 people. So you shit your pants the next day and you're like, holy crap, I'm going to get fired. I'm going to get hate mail, which you do. People do not like getting emails and text messages at 2 a.m. in the morning, especially text messages from experience. But guess what? How often do you guys think I make that mistake now? Like never. The first thing, doesn't matter how, even if it's like one text message, hour of the day, 2 p.m., 2 p.m., not 2 a.m. Like it immediately runs through my head because I made that mistake. Or setting a massive live funnel and putting things on test. And all of a sudden people get all these free products, like hundreds. And you're like, oh, I have to go back and collect the payment. Good luck with that. But guess what? Now when I test the funnel, I immediately, as part of my SOP, hey, let's make sure we turn it live on. But these are all the mistakes. Or the first email you send out in your newsletter and it says username because you use the wrong short code. So everybody's named Nuno. Amy's named Nuno. Rodrigo's named Nuno. Everybody gets an email from Nuno. Because you break shit, and then guess what? Your brain will go, I will never do that again. That was embarrassing. I figured it out. This is how you do it. And guess what? That then makes you an expert. And then you'll chuckle when you see everybody's name coming out of an email. That happens more often than not. Or they don't change the wording because they got something from ChatGPT and it says first name. The best is when they're trying to get your business and, hey, first name, I can write your emails better than anybody else. I'm like, you're absolutely right. And I can write back. First name, you're absolutely wrong because you failed the first part. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't go out there and fail miserably and break shit, you'll never learn at the pace you need to, because your brain, because of the emotion that's tied to that failure, will then capture everything and you're going to learn it at a very high pace. So these are like the growing, like get that mentality kind of going, because that's honestly what's going to feed the environment for it. So all these things that we give it to you, it's just literally, please go and do it where you're small, because making a mistake on like this little user thing when it's like 5 people is awesome. Making the mistake when it's like 4,000 people, it's like, it hurts. You're like, oh man, it's a hard Band-Aid to rip off. And it's like, you're taking your hair. It's like, it's a very sad Band-Aid. It hurts like a mother, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's what it is. And the last is you gotta move. You literally gotta move. Meaning your speed is what's important, because your speed's the only thing that's holding you back from everybody else. That's it. And a lot of you guys are sitting there, you keep listening and absorbing, man, screw that shit. Just go out there and build some shit. throw it out there. Worst case scenario is you fail miserably. Awesome. You learn your lesson and go back.
All right, I got all the steps. Number 1, start with pipeline. Number 2, learn all the activations in the pipelines, forms, orders, payments, surveys. Number 3, calendars, integrations. You said shit that makes your business work. So figure out what that means. Number 4, funnels. Get your funnels done. Number 5, then you go to the workflows, the automations, the stuff that removes you from the business. Number 6, shit your pants plus hate mail. Number 7, speed.
I personally like shit your pants and hate mail.
That's my favorite step. Shit your pants and hate mail.
It was, man. I can tell you when I all of a sudden, like the next morning, I'm like, oh man, we're gonna have all these sales. It's gonna be a great day. All of a sudden, there's like 100 text messages. You mother effer! Like, why did you text me at 2 a.m. in the morning? What? I would never. And all of a sudden, yeah, I was immediately fired from that job. That was like, oh my God, how can I make it up to you? I worked for that guy for like 3 free months just because I felt so freaking bad. I messed up so royally. But yeah, it happens.
Well, the one thing I would add is that, let's say somebody came in, they didn't know anything about marketing. The first day they come in and they listen to everything you just said, and it's going to go completely over their head. But as you learn this, what do you learn? You learn the vocabulary. And you're going to be able to start having a conversation with people in the community, but also you're going to be able to learn how to formulate a question. That's one of the things when I'm teaching people how to write code. I said, you have to learn the proper words, because if you don't know the proper words, you can't Google it. And so if you need to know how to write code to do, jQuery code to, what is the method to be able to do this or that, you actually need to know the proper words to get the proper answer. And that's the thing that I think above everything else that people have to whatever you do, just learn the words. Once you learn the words, it makes it so much easier.
We'll add that. Absolutely. That's absolutely right. Awesome.
Learn the words, learn the questions.
That's all I got today, man. I got to go off and go fix some other more.
No, we're good. I did get a first name email from you. So yeah, maybe go fix that. Cool. It's a little bit different structure of this call, but I think it was awesome. I mean, I think the Zapier thing, the poor persons, which I still don't think is politically correct, Nuno, by the way, but
why? It's
great
poor
try.
person. It's not like a male or female. I don't think that's wrong. I said poor guys.
I think poor is offensive now. You got to say economically challenged peoples.
Oh, maybe that's what offended people then. Oh, I totally missed that one. Right? Missed that signal.
Listen, how come the Zap's only good for 14 days?
No, that's for the free trial if you don't have an account. If you have an account, it'll forever stay in your account as long as you have an account. If not, it's 14 days for your trial if you have Zapier. If you don't have Zapier, it won't go anywhere.
But Zapier, do you have to pay? Do you have to be on subscription to pay for this?
You have.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, fine.
Can't get around that.
All right. Thank you.
Well, Nuno, thanks for being. Dan, go ahead.
I was going to say just one quick thing here. I think Nuno said he had to go, but one of the things that Billie Jean was showing last night, and this is a high level feature, was that he used a bot to create a whole bunch of text content. And then he did something, I think he was doing something in Canva, but whatever. At the end, he brought it all together and put it into a scheduler inside of High Level, which would then shoot it out to like 6 different social media platforms.
Yeah,
so just going forward, you guys might, show how, because that, for me, that was like, okay, that does blow the crap off the doors of ClickFunnels, because they don't have anything even close to that right now.
Yeah. So what it is it imports the CSV, and the CSV can then push a whole bunch of social media posts out. And if you customize, so basically what I showed you, this poor man thing that I showed you, poor economically challenged person thing I showed you, that will actually, if you customize it, the form to be the way that they want it, you literally can push at the end, send it right directly to High Level, and it'll automatically do it for you.
Okay, now in the case of what you're doing, what he showed is actually including the images with it too.
Yeah, you can add the images. So what you do is in that Excel file, you can use the DALL-E version of the Zap that I just gave you.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, make it a DALL-E, create an image for blah, which is the one before, and then it will just create that. It will hold the image in a file. I think it's a JPEG. When it comes over, it uses that address in order to do it. It's pretty cool, actually. We've done a couple of those already.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, okay, that is cool. That is very
It's a
cool.
lot more, Dan. I know. That's I know you don't want to hear it, but trust me, it's a lot more in there. It's got
I'll
some.
never go to the dark side, but they got some cool stuff over there.
You got
They
some
got red
cookies and stuff.
lightsabers and everything.
It might be crack cookies, but it's good cookies. But that's it, guys. That's all I have, unfortunately, today. I hope it was at least entertaining. I am a little wired right now, so it's been a couple days of like little sleep, but it should work. But yeah, try that. Have fun with it. It's free, like I said before. Obviously, the software is not free, but by all means, you guys have at it. You'll have a lot of fun with that little bot. And if you haven't, like I said, try the audio bot. Try the audio bot. Trust me, that is a game changer for me.
Awesome.
Cool.
Nuno, thank you. Dan, cool also to have some of your input here, and everyone else, of course. We'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Nuno. Appreciate it. You're the best, man. You're the best.